Well, I hadn't thought about it in maybe 10 years, but I think so. It impressed me the sort of strength and self-confidence she had to do what she did as a woman, as being born as a slave and bringing people up from the South and doing things that so often you would say, well, a woman isn't expected to do that, sort of superhuman. Otherwise, you get stories of girls being airline stewardesses or nurses, more sappy stories, girls succeeding.
A life in dance.
Okay.
When I look back from America to India to gurus to, you know.
Okay, let's go. My early life in America and my interest in the performing arts starts in Detroit, Michigan. My mother was dynamic, inspiring, my greatest fan. She was always there and had my back. Of course, like every little girl, when I saw ballet on television first, perhaps, maybe at the age of 4, everyone wants to be a ballerina, have daddy pick you up in the air in your beautiful tutu. So I was taking ballet and modern dance from the age of 6, 7, and doing many, many other things. When I went to the University of Michigan, I was in the Honors College. I saw that Manipuri dance was being taught by Minati Roy, Lily D, who was getting a second master's, and I was like, this is my first opportunity to take an Indian classical tradition over time. So that's when I applied for a Fulbright scholarship and received it.
I remember Sharon as a student of Manipuri with Guru Sangeet Singh at Triveni, because Guruji was teaching there, and that's the first memory that I have of Sharon. Dance, learning Manipuri and also performing. I saw her performance also.
She learned not a young guru or unknown guru from Kelucharan Mahapatra, Padma Vibhushan, and he is known all over the world. She learned from him, I think, for many years.
I saw his workshop at the institution where I was learning Manipuri, but did not want to be a dance collector. The following year when he did it, I was preparing to return to the US. So I wanted to take it for academic reasons. When I started, he said that I learned faster than anyone he had ever taught. Not because I'm a genius, but because of my background in learning movement, etc. In 2.5 months, he taught me Namami, Batu, Savri Pallavi.
Before that, he had done a workshop in Triveni, where even I went to learn because Guruji said, "Aa jao wahan pe." So after that, when at the Vidyalaya, when I started organizing the workshops, Guruji was teaching and Sharon came to learn there. Uh, Initially, I also remember her bringing her little baby every day to the class. We learned some items together, I guess. Kirwani Pallavi, as you said.
When he presented me the next summer in Orissa at Kala Vikash Kendra with the teacher and scholarship holders, don't tell them how little time you've learned, they won't understand. He insisted that I perform Manipuri because he wanted them to see it.
Her Guruji, Kelucharan Mahapatra, said, Miss, that is something. He said about Sharon, she is the best dancer, our disciple amongst my 5 best dancers. And I can recommend unhesitantly anywhere to Sharon Lani to represent Odissi dance. Like that's a great credit to Sharon Lowen.
Is a good teacher also. That is very great. she does intensive research on whatever subject she takes up. And then, though she doesn't understand language, so she goes word by word, understanding everything. And also the padartha, of course, the word meaning, and also the inner meaning, intended meaning.
I wrote down notes during every class. At first he objected, and later he would call on me when there was a dispute and say, Sharon, check your notes. And so he trusted me, he cared for me. He toured with me for 6 weeks in the US and around India. And he would come, I can't even begin to express his generosity, his love and affection. And it is only because of him, both to please him and my responsibility to what he's given me, that I have continued to teach it and to share it when I'm requested.
She has been a disciple of Guruji for 40 years. Guruji has passed away almost 25 years ago. Every class, without a fail, there would be some mention of Guruji because her love for her Guru was just so intense and so genuine and so profuse and so profound that everything that she would teach, she would take the reference of Guruji and she would say Guruji would do that and Guruji has that. So she has really kept her psyche very close to that of her Guru.
Everything in Guruji's style, if you see, it's very soft. It has to be soft. It cannot be like thak thak. So she's the one who always makes sure when you're learning, when you're practicing in front of her, she always makes sure that it should be smooth and we shouldn't compromise when it comes to Guruji's style.
Sakhi hai keshi matana mudaram. Our studio was getting ready like any other day, and I was expecting a foreigner to come and perform for us. So when she came in her costume, I was astonished to see that she looked like a apsara, an Indian apsara.
Sharon, as a dancer, I would say she was a very meticulous, detailed person in dance, in otherwise also. So that's what made her dance in a very, very, very presentable look. Her form, her face, and it didn't look American at all. She looked Indian.
Sharon really looks like 100% Indian girl. Till today, I have not seen her Western dress or any other dress, except Indian sari or Indian Nadaka also. The chalna, her behavior, exactly 100% Indian girl.
People think they're coming for an Indian and they get a foreigner. On the other hand, many arguments have been there saying, where's the foreigner? This is a good Indian dancer. We wanted to see the foreigner. And people fight about it.
When I saw her, I was totally moved, and I must have seen her so many times. The intensity has not gone.
I am most happy at the end of a performance when the audience is silent and doesn't clap because they don't want to break the atmosphere that's been created. I remember dancing in the inner sanctum at Chittambaram, and the awe of not looking at an audience, but looking upwards at two forms, at looking at Padmanabhan, Vishnu sleeping, and Shiva, and like, how do I address both at the same time without neglecting? Of course, dancing with my Guru at the Metropolitan Museum when I had the opportunity to share the stage with him. I remember the tears of a grandmother dancing in Nebraska, moved by that. I remember the impact dancing in a very Mafusa place in Bihar, where you're reaching out to all of these people.
As a performer, she used to perform quite a bit in Delhi and all over the country and even abroad, I think US. She did some tours with Guruji.
We traveled 3-tier non-AC all over India performing. When my daughter was the lead in a Bengali TV series recorded in Orissa, and she told me about her difficulties, that there was a mattress that had plastic on it. And I said, sweetheart, I slept on a wooden board.
See, Sharon is a very fine artist of our country, and a person who has come all the way from America to to learn, to master it. It's not very easy, and she made a niche for herself, and not only she has been accepted by certain people. She has been accepted by the whole country as a dancer, and she is one of the finest exponents of our country.
And a single mother. To raise a single mother is very difficult in India, I should say. A lot of challenges, but she really faced all of them with a lot of courage, and I think her spiritual involvement helped her.
As a human being, I would say she's very kind and generous with her art. She's a very detailed sort of perception of the art. And as a writer, as her, her writing has been very, very, I'm quite impressed with the way she writes about art, her understanding of art. Because dance is not just dancing on stage, it's how you understand the art form. And I think that she has done very well. She's understood the art very well.
She doesn't get swayed by things easily, and one cannot influence her thinking also. The whole world had turned against us, and they wanted to malign us. She felt that the things were not going right and they were wrong. And I feel when such things happen in life, and when people stand by you or when they are with you, कहते नहीं है कि कष्टों में जो अपने साथ रहते हैं वही अपने होते हैं. So that is what it is. So that is how Sharon has become apna and our family.
2011, I was devastated after my husband left. I mean, left in the sense he passed away. Sharon was with me. Every day she was with me. And just holding my hand, we will not say anything, we will not exchange a word. But just, she gave me so much of silent support. She knew that dance would heal me. And she gave me the right kind of a support at that time. I will never forget that,
So I never called Sharon ji ma'am or sir or any of those denominations. I always used to address her as ma, because that is genuinely how I feel about her. So I made up a call to Sharon ji, and she was in Landur vacationing back then. She said, okay, come, I will teach you. I told her, Guruji, I don't have any money to offer you. And literally, I did not have anything to offer her back then. The generosity of a true Guru was that she not only allowed me to learn under her, but she also offered me a small job of being her archivist / personal secretary, which I continued for a few years.
Sharon is not a fighter. She's not a go-getter. If she's not called anywhere, she will not go anywhere. She will practice at home and enjoy her pieces, or come here and we'll talk about dance, or she will dance for me. That's how, but she's not the one who go meet people, and that's how the dance field is working these days. You will have to be your own impresario. You will have to be your own manager. Go and get things for yourself. That she would never do. I admired that also. But she deserves a lot more. A lot more.
I suppose one thing that's different about me from other classical Indian dancers is that I was never ambitious, because that would have been very foolish. The head of HMV Records, Biman Ghosh in Calcutta, in 1978 said, Sharon, you're already, 1978, he said, you're already in the top 10% of our classical dancers in the country, but you will never get that recognition. And that didn't bother me. I said, of course not, but it's wonderful that I get to do this. So when you love what you're doing and you're sharing it, you don't realize what you're up against. I did not have courage. I had naivete. I kept moving forward.
And you will be surprised, Madhu. One of our, famous director, Telugu film, director Vishwanath, K. Vishwanath, and he used to come to see our performance whenever we are in Hyderabad performance. He was our admirer, and he was a great director. And he has not taken any other girl. He has seen many performances, Odissi and Kuchipudi. And after seeing Sharon Lowen's performance, he is selected for the Swarna Kamalam film, which got award. The film also got award. And Sharon represented Odissi, and she has shown the greatness of Odissi in that film. That's a great remark to Sharon Lowen, actually.
Ma'am initially was not ready to teach because it's a full responsibility, like it's like a Guru Shishya Parampara, and you are raising a son. It's like a family member.
Initially, I was reluctant to teach because of the responsibility that you must teach a disciple as long as they want to learn, as much as they can. But now the disciples all have their own abilities, their own critical thinking. I want to give them all the understandings of what are the parameters of where they can go beyond what's taught, where they need to stay within parameters. They don't have the right to distort what's taught. And each one of them is like a different planet in the solar system. Each one of them has strengths, weaknesses, needs, abilities. And so I just love being able to help all of them on their journey, not only as dancers, but as human beings.
Learning from her in the classroom, it spilled out into the real world. When she would see me on stage, we will come back to the classroom. She would be very critical. She would critique it in a way that would be, I would say, harsh at times. I think Guruji has been the harshest with me out of all her disciples. But I really took it in a stride that she always thinks for the betterment of her disciples. And that is genuinely the case with me as well. Having said so, the decade plus learning that I've had with her, I have learned from some of the biggest maestros this generation will ever know. Pandit Birju Maharaj Ji, Madhavi Mudgal Ji, Guru Vichitrananda Swain Ji. But I have to say that there is something very, very unique and very humble and very kind when she teaches.
Learning from Sharon Ji was a unique experience. She has a natural ability to teach far beyond the purely technical aspect of the dance. She skillfully encouraged the students to understand the philosophical and devotional basis of each choreography. Learning from her made me discover kindness within myself. She also taught me to approach all aspects of life with a serene and happy attitude.
the way she explains the item, I mean, it's something really incredible, and not everybody can do that.
It's just amazing how generous and how kind and how believing a human being can be.
Sharon is one person who is not for herself alone. She is for the whole community. She is for the art. She is a good human being. And when you are a good human being, then you feel for others. Then you are not only thinking about yourself. So you feel for the others, you feel for the community, you do for the community. And that is why she is slightly apart from the others. And that is why I see a lot of her students are also very committed to her, very dedicated to her. But then you cannot command, you cannot dictate a student to do that to you. That only comes out of respect. I think that she has already earned from a lot of people.
When I look back at my life in dance, I have to say that I've been so blessed. The dance has been an opportunity for me to grow, to learn, to share, to give, to reach so many people. There are many professions where your effect is one-to-one, but as an artist, you have an impact that is exponential, and you are able through your disciples to go on through further generations. You go on through the imagination and the gestalt of the audiences that will be maybe momentarily transformational, maybe longer. I have met so many people who've said they were inspired themselves to have a life in dance, to care about the arts through things that they have seen on film as well as in live performance. I can't imagine any path I could have taken that could have been as fulfilling, leaving me with no regrets, no bucket list, and really unbelievably happy at this age, at the age of 75, to feel that it's been a wonderful journey.
Yes, Omkara Karni, we are surprised you are celebrating 75th birthday. You don't look at all 75 years old girl.
She looks like 35.
You look like a 35, Radha says. Exactly, she is right.
She's
And we are surprised that you are 75 years old. God bless you for your young look, and you will live long, 50 years at least more, God, with the God's blessing. Happy 75th birthday to you. God bless you, Sharon.
Sharon, I'm so happy that you are turning 75. Diamond birthday. Shine like a diamond. Shatamanam Bhava. That means live for 100 years with health, enjoy your art, and let everyone around you be touched by your art. God bless you.
Hello, Sharon. This is to wish you a very, very happy birthday. And I remember the journey that we have had together in this field of Odissi. I wish you many, many years of more contribution to our art form.
It's so lovely to know that you're turning 75. I thought you were sweet 17. I can't believe you're 75. God bless you. May you continue to do the service that you're doing to our beautiful world, that is the classical world. God bless you and all the very best. A very, very happy birthday to you.
On your birthday, I thank God for your precious life, and may He shower His grace on you always. Many happy returns of the day.
Pranam, ma'am. I wish you a very happy birthday, and it's your 75th birthday. I'm really proud that I learned from you. I know you from last 25 years. It's a blessing. I've learned a lot from you, and I really hope that I keep learning from you like this. And thank you for blessing me always like a son. You have nurtured me as a good human being. Thank you so much. Pranam.
Namaste Guruji, wishing you a very happy 75th birthday. I hope you will enjoy the small offering that we have created in the sense of a life and dance festival for you to celebrate your 75th. मेरी यही कामना है कि आप इसी तरह खुशहाल रहें, स्वस्थ रहें और हम सब बच्चों को आशीर्वाद देते रहें. There can be really no guru like you ever in this lifetime, and we are very, very lucky to have found you and to have learned from you. I wish you a very happy birthday. Keep blessing us always.